Hi youngsters, Mark Bolan, the bopping elf. So, when I was growing up, Mark Bolan was never off top of the pops. He was huge. I mean, he was bigger than Bowie, much bigger than Bowie and Elton John and all the other glam stars. So he was a singles artist, and it kind of all dribbled to an end by about 73. By that time, Bowie had gotten going, and he had proper albums. Anyway, this is a compilation. I saved my pocket money and bought a copy of this from Boots in Andover, where I grew up, and it cost about £5, which was a huge amount of money. Anyway, Bolan started off with Tyrannosaurus Rex, hippie duo, and a mate and bongos, and they used to sit cross-legged and play little songs about unicorns and Tolkien-esque dreamscapes, and it was pretty. It was very hippie. It was very of its time. But like a lot of that generation, they actually grew up with rock and roll and Eddie Cochran and Elvis. So in about 1970, he released a single called Ride a White Swan, which had an electric guitar break. So his original fans were, hey man, that's like, no, we don't like that, it's too rock. But everyone else loved it, and it got to #1. And off the strength of that, more singles were released, and then he was sort of poached. He got onto a bigger record label. And that's when sort of Bolan became really big. So Solid Gold, Easy Action, and whatever. So on this album, it's kind of the 4 big singles that you would need, the ones that made his name. So you've got Jeepster, Get It On, Hot Love, where's the other one? Ride a White Swan. So just for these 4 songs alone contained on one album, this is worth it. And you can pick copies of this up on eBay for like a £5. But in amongst it, there's this sort of the pick from some of the Tyrannosaurus Rex albums. So some of it is really sort of hippy dippy, but some of it's got a groove. So it's got Dove, Woodland Rock, By the Light of the Magical Moon, his version of Summertime Blues. So he finally just unleashed his inner Eddie Cochran. Raw Ramp, which is great. It's about 3 songs in one and just sort of chugs along. Really good riffs. Fist Heart, The King of the Mountain Cometh, Beltane Walk. It's a really good mixture of songs. So you'll know a lot of Mark Bolan, or T-Rex as basically they became known. And they're good singles, but it was the lure of diminishing returns because every single pretty much sounded the same. But for a while, he was experimenting. Everyone was experimenting. You know, the book hadn't been written. So in amongst a lot of stuff that I personally find, if not offensively twee, it's just a bit too much of the same thing. But then these little diamonds pop out. And some of those diamonds are on this album, along with those 4 big songs. So yeah, do a deep dive into Mark Bolan.